Most business owners think competitor analysis means guessing what others are doing or spending hours scrolling through their websites trying to figure it out. But AI can now do that work for you. Fast. It can find what keywords your competitors are ranking for, how their websites are built, what kind of content they publish, and even how they talk to customers. Here's how you can do AI competitor analysis step by step. Step 1. SEO competitive analysis. Let's start with the most common area people care about. First, SEO. Search engine optimization is just a fancy way of saying how people find your business on Google. If your competitor's website shows up when people search for your kind of service, that means Google thinks they're more relevant. The good news is, AI can show you exactly why. Start by going to a tool like SEMrush or Ahrefs. Both have what's called a keyword gap feature. You just type in your website and then add one or two competitor websites. Press Analyze and the tool shows you all the search phrases they rank for that you don't. That's your starting point. Those keywords are the ones driving traffic to their pages. Export that list to a spreadsheet. You'll probably see hundreds of keywords, which can feel overwhelming at first. But don't worry, you're not going to use all of them. Clean up the file by removing unnecessary columns like change in ranking or SERP features. Keep the columns that matter most: the keyword itself, the search volume, the keyword difficulty, and the search intent. Also, delete any rows that have zero search volume or unrelated topics. Now, open ChatGPT or any similar AI model you like. Copy and paste your cleaned spreadsheet into it and give it a clear role, something like, "You're an SEO expert. Look at these keywords and tell me which ones my competitors rank for, but I don't, and which ones would bring the most value to my website." AI will quickly list the best keywords you're missing. It'll even tell you why they matter. Maybe they have good search volume, not too much competition, and strong buying intent. Then, you can ask the AI to rewrite your homepage or service page paragraphs to include some of those missing keywords naturally. Just say, "Use my current homepage text, but rewrite it so it includes these new keywords in a natural human-sounding way." AI will generate new sections or rewritten paragraphs that sound like your brand, but with improved SEO power. You still want to review it yourself and tweak anything that feels off. But this step alone can give your site a solid boost. Step 2. Website scope and content strategy. Sitemaps. Now, let's move to the next layer of AI competitor analysis, your website's scope and content strategy. This sounds complicated, but it's really not. Every website has what's called a sitemap. It's a simple file that lists all the pages on that website. You can usually find it by typing your website URL, followed by /sitemap.xml. Do the same for your main competitor. Upload the URLs to an AI tool like SiteGPT and click on Compare Sitemaps. The AI will look through both sitemaps and come back with a summary. It might tell you that your competitor has an entire section full of blog posts, how-to guides, or case studies, while you only have service pages. That's a clear sign you could add more helpful content to attract potential customers. Here's how you can use that insight. If you see they have lots of articles around how to choose a marketing agency, how to grow a brand online, and how to build a personal website, you can plan your own articles that add your point of view or fill in what they missed. The goal isn't to copy what they did, but to understand what's working and where there's space for you to stand out. Step 3. Branding and positioning analysis. Now that we've covered the technical side, let's talk about branding and positioning, essentially how your competitors present themselves to the world and who they're trying to reach. This part is surprisingly revealing. Use a browser extension like Go Full Page to take full-page screenshots of your homepage and your competitors' homepages. You can do the same for their About page or pricing page if you want more detail. Once you have the images, upload them to an AI tool like ChatGPT and give it a prompt like, "You're a brand strategist." Compare these websites based on their messaging, tone of voice, and how they position themselves in the market. AI will look at the text and visuals together and then summarize what it sees. For example, it might tell you that one competitor sounds very formal and polished, aimed at big corporate clients, while another sounds casual and friendly, aimed at small business owners. It might even comment on the visuals. Maybe one uses cool blue colors that signal trust and professionalism, while another uses bright colors that feel more creative and youthful. This gives you a clearer sense of where you fit in and how you might adjust your own messaging. If all your competitors are formal and corporate, maybe you can sound more personal and approachable. If they all talk about features, maybe you can focus on results or outcomes. You can also upload a description of your ideal client persona. For example, small business owners who want affordable design but don't understand tech jargon. Then ask the AI to rate how well each competitor's website speaks to that persona's needs. Tell it to create a table that shows which brand does best in areas like clarity, trust, personality, and emotional connection. The AI can even color code the table so you can quickly see who's winning where. Now you have something visual that shows you how your competitors are communicating and whether you're connecting with your target audience better or worse than they are. Step 4. Interpreting and taking action. Now it's time to make sense of all the findings. I will give you a lot of data and opinions, but it's still your job to decide what matters most. You don't have to act on everything. Start by reviewing your SEO findings. Which keywords are truly relevant to your business? Focus on the ones that bring potential buyers, not just traffic. Then look at your sitemap comparison. Which content gaps could actually bring value to your audience? Maybe you don't need a huge blog section, but a few well-written articles that answer real customer questions could go a long way. Finally, use the branding insights to fine-tune how you present yourself. Sometimes changing a headline or simplifying your language can have a bigger impact than a full redesign. It's also helpful to use AI tools that help you track competitor changes automatically. Tools like Completely, Crayon, or AlphaSense can alert you when your competitors update their pricing, launch a new product, or change their website. That means you don't have to keep checking manually. Over time, you'll start to see patterns. You might notice that your competitors publish new articles every 2 weeks, or that they always update their homepage copy around product launches. You can feed these patterns back into AI and ask, based on what you see, what do you think they're focusing on next quarter? The AI can give you a few educated guesses. It's not magic, but it's surprisingly good at spotting trends you might not notice on your own. If you're new to all this, start small. Maybe this week you just do the keyword gap step. Once you're comfortable, move on to sitemap comparisons and branding analysis. The goal isn't to do everything at once. It's to build a repeatable system that gives you better insights every time you do it. Which of these competitor analysis steps will you try first? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there.